Now, Jesus had a difficult relationship with the state and ended up killing it. The leadership in Judah in particular had their eye on this Jesus from Nazareth, as a troublemaker, as a rabble-rouser. They were eager, very, very eager to get this guy off the streets. So in the passage you heard today, they have set up a sting operation to trap him. And it was going to be tough because they knew that he was popular. People liked him. People were moved by his message, what he had to teach, what he had to say. And so they were going to have to be crafty if they were going to cut him down and have an excuse to arrest him. So rather than just storm right in and seize him, they tried to get him in trouble. They sent agents ahead of them, and they said, well, ask him a question, and ask him this. Should Jews pay taxes to Rome? Should we pay taxes to the emperor? Seems like a simple question, but it's a cunningly crafted trap. You see, on the one hand, if you answer that question, yes, back there in 1st century Judah, it meant that you were willing first to use Roman money. Now, if you used Roman money, that meant that you were using a coin on which was inscribed a picture of the emperor and praise for the emperor, not just as the highest leader, but as a god. The emperor claimed to be a god. And if you were assenting, agreeing that the emperor was a god, you betrayed the God of Israel. It also meant, and this was equally, if not more important, if you paid those taxes, if you encouraged people to pay taxes, remember from last week, Zacchaeus, the tax collector, and what a popular guy he was, then you were supporting the hated occupiers of the Holy Land. You could not answer yes, because it made you, one, a traitor to your faith, and two, a traitor to your people. So you couldn't answer yes. But on the other hand, if you chose to answer no, it meant that you were a dangerous revolutionary. You were someone who opposed the emperor, who opposed the power of Rome. You were a threat to the stability of the empire, and the Roman authorities did not look kindly on people who refused to pay their taxes. And they looked even less kindly on people who said to everybody else, don't pay your taxes. If you answered no, you were a threat to Rome. And if you were a threat to Rome, you were in trouble. Jesus heard that question, that trap. And he wasn't taken in. He knew exactly what they were trying to do. And he didn't say yes. He didn't say no. He told everyone to take a look at that coin and see who was on it. It was the emperor, of course. So give him what belongs to him. Give God what belongs to God. And they were baffled, because it was a perfect answer. Both yes and no, neither yes nor no. And the trap they thought they had set for him snapped closed on empty air. But as we hear his answer right now, today we have to ask ourselves, what is it that we owe the emperor today? Now, this is a democracy. Still a democracy. And what democracy needs from us is very different from what empire demands of its citizens. All an empire needs is money. Empires thrive on wealth and power. You give them your wealth, and everything's fine. All they need are taxes. But if we live in a land where the government is a democracy, what a democracy demands of us is more than just our taxes. A democracy demands our participation. It needs it. It must have it if it is going to thrive. We have to be engaged. We have to be aware. Democracy insists that we pay attention and give at least enough of our time to know what's going on. When we fail to do that, we fail to give Caesar, our Caesar, what Christ told us is his due. We need to hear that passage, hear it, in the way in which it allows us to live out fully as citizens of our counties, of our states, of our nation, because participation is what is required when we the people are the emperor. It's what we have to in the state of